I, I, I introduce myself to you. I'm Claudia Carbajal. I'm 53 years old and Mexican. I'm single and I'm public accountant with a specialization in taxes. I live in Mexico City near to Subway Observatorio. I want to talk to you about my daily activities. Every day I wake up at 7 o'clock. I take a shower, get dressed, and I prepare breakfast for my dad and me. After the breakfast, I start to work. I read my emails, I answer them, and do my activities. At 3 p.m., my dad and me eat. I don't prepare it, but I buy it. After this, I wash the dishes and my dad sits down to watch TV. When I finish washing dishes, I continue working until 7 p.m. At that time, I prepare the dinner. After dinner, I start to study my school lessons, do homework, take notes, etc. At 9:30 p.m., I watch TV with my dad. At 10:30 p.m., I give my dad his eye drops, and after this, I give my dad my dad goes to bed, and I'm going back to study a little longer. Finally, at midnight, I put on my pajamas and I go to sleep. Now I'm going to tell you about my last vacations. Last vacation, I went to Oaxaca with my parents, my brother, and his family. We ate tlayudas and we drank tejate. We visited the archaeological zone called Monte Albán and Mitla. We visited the Tule Tree, Yerbelagua, Arrasola, and Teotitlán del Valle. I'm going to show some pictures from my last vacation. At this picture, I'm in the top of a pyramid at Monte Albán. In Monte Albán, I was going up and down the pyramids, and I was looking at the objects exhibited in the museum, and I was also buying souvenirs. When I visited Yerbelagua, it was very windy. People were enjoying the scenery of the petrified waterfalls, and I was running after my hat. In the main square of Oaxaca, my family and I were eating ice cream and listening to music. I was also playing with my new nephews with some balloons. In Santa Maria del Tule, we were visiting the Tules tree and we were listening to a child who was showing us the figures that can be seen in the famous Ahuehuete. In Teotitlán del Valle, we visited a craft workshop where an artisan was taking to us about the process of dyeing, threads, and making rugs and bats. In Arrasola, we were visiting the workshops where the alebrijes are made. My brother was buying some nice alebrijes. On the last day of our vacation, we went to the Church of Santo Domingo, and there we were admiring its altar piece, the paintings, and its botanical garden. So, I hope someday you can visit Oaxaca. Um, about my personality, I'm amused and charmed, but also stressed. It's so difficult to work and to study at the same time. It's very tiring living a stressed life, but I love my life and I try to balance my activities and feelings. When I feel annoyed or when I didn't feel relaxed, I start embroidering. It's relaxing. It's amazing how I can feel happy and inspired. About my abilities, I think that I'm very intelligent person. I'm so good for numbers and accounting. I can calculate taxes and present tax returns, but I can drive. I've been had two cars and I've taken driving courses, but I'm so afraid of driving that that I end up selling my car and prefer to pay for a taxi. I consider myself a brave woman. I'm not afraid of speaking in front of an audience, nor walking in a solitary cemetery. But I can swim. In high school, I had 3 years of swimming, and I couldn't learn to swim. And about my obligations in my job as an accountant, an administrator, I must be organized and have control of work, personnel, and materials. In my house, I take care of my dad, so I must give him his medicines and I must have to take care of my dad's diet because he's diabetic and he shouldn't eat certain foods. In my studies, I must take care of my average so as not to lose my scholarship. I must study every day to memorize and learn English and French. My plans in the future. What about my plans in the future? Between my plans in the future are the next. I'm sure that I'm going to finish my studies and I will have a nice Paris graduation. In my job, I'm going to work as a translator because my boss has offered me to take charge of the international courses when I graduate. My next step in the language will be learn Italian language because I will travel to Italy someday. Like a hobby, I'm going to take a singing course because I love to go to the karaoke with my friends. I love sing. And I will have a restaurant. That has been my dream always. So at the moment, these are my plans. So that's all. And these are my references about pictures and photographies that I use in this presentation.